Let's send it over to our first presenters, Mike Chalkwater and Jim Nauer, who will speak to the Storage and Backup Refresh Project. Mike and Jim, over to you.
Thanks, Tyler. I'm Mike Chalkwater here with Jim Nauer, and we're covering the Storage and Backup Refresh Project. So let's take a look at the background. ITS provides network storage and backup services to faculty and staff on a subscription basis. The current system was implemented in 2010. Various components are reaching end of service life, and we no longer have vendor service and support. We're also unable to take advantage of new features and functions available industry-wide. Let's look at the end user environment. There's three parts to this: network storage, block storage, and backup service. Network storage is commonly known as Sicily. This is shared storage used for applications like Microsoft Office applications. Typically, this is known as what you have storage for your department drive or things like that. The second is block storage. This is storage that's used for databases and the virtual machine platform. This is block storage used in the data centers. Then backup service. What this is network storage files are backed up to protect against data loss, and they can also be recovered at a later date if the need arises. Now let's take a look at our next steps. Our first priority was to install and configure the new backup system by May 13th, and that is fully completed. We're also in the process of migrating current backups to the new system, and we're at 72% completion for that. Now with that, we're also aging out the backups off the old system. Our second priority, looking ahead later this summer, is to install and configure the new file storage system, and then implement cloud storage solutions that enhance the new backup system capacity. Now, Jim, can you walk us through this illustration of how the backup system works and how it will work in the future?
Sure. There's not really much change visible to the end users from the old environment. You can see on the left side of the slide here, basically there's a series of clients for the backup system, which are, for the most part, servers operated either by ITS or various departments throughout campus. They connect through the campus network to a backup server. We actually have a couple of different local backup environments in the old system, the Avamar Grid, and there's another Avamar Grid that is hosted by an off-campus provider. Those three systems are all being consolidated. So you can see on the right side of the slide, the new system is essentially the same from the client's point of view, but we have a single central backup system on campus that will replace all three of the old ones, plus the addition of additional space or capacity in the system that will be provided by the Amazon S3 and Glacier cloud storage services. And the reason why it will look the same to the users is backups won't be going directly to Amazon. The backups and restores will still happen using the same software and the same types of backup servers we have on campus, but those systems will then automatically move old data that hasn't been touched recently, out to the cloud. And then when you recall data or run a restore, the system will automatically pick the data from whichever location it's residing in and then return it to the client system. And in addition to the backup activity, now that we've actually got the migration process pretty well underway, we are working on installing some of the block storage components last week and this week. We have started installing the new VMware storage, and this Thursday we will be installing we'll begin the physical installation of the new NAS replacement, the replacement for the server Sicily.
Yeah, there's a lot going on upcoming later this summer. Thanks, Jim. We're at a point where we can open up to any questions from the audience.
Great, thanks, Mike and Jim, for that update there. So, one quick question: while migrating the backups to the new system, is there anything that end users have to do differently?
Most users will not have to do anything. Again, just a reminder, the backup system that we're upgrading is not for individual desktop or laptop computer systems. So this does not have anything to do with Carbonite or CrashPlan or other solutions you might be using for a personal machine. This is for servers. So, for example, Sicily is itself a server and is backed up by this system, and many departmental servers throughout the university. The system administrators of those servers need to upgrade to a new version of the backup software, similar software to what we've been running all along, just a new version. Do that upgrade and then make a configuration change to point to the new backup server. And as we said already, we're about 72% done with that process. So really, if you are a system administrator who's received an email from David Miller in the last week or so, all we ask is that you follow that process as quickly as absolutely possible to get migrated to the new system.
Great, thank you, Jim. And just to confirm, this won't affect personal file backup, correct? For people that may say have CrashPlan or Carbonite?
Correct. No change to those.
Awesome. And we did have one question come in, which was asking what guidance will be provided for when someone should use the traditional network storage with backup versus the Box service being rolled out. And that's one that I'm going to take because we're going to be speaking to Box a little bit later here in today's Projects Live presentation. And there will be a decision tool that we'll speak more about in the course of that presentation as part of the Box project.